Hey guys, it's Taylor. I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how I achieved this straight hair from my curly afro. If you're interested in seeing that, stay tuned. So as you can see, I don't have any makeup on. I just got out the shower, put on some clothes, threw this up in the messiest of buns, and I am just going to straighten my hair and show you the products that I use and the process that I go to do that. So first, let's run through the products. I know putting heat on your hair is not the best if you want it to grow and be healthy, but I also know I can't and I don't have the patience to continue with these curls 100% of the time. I love my curl pattern, let me show you, but it's difficult and I still haven't figured out the ways to not have shrinkage. Like, this is already shrinking a little bit, but by the end of, if I left it like this, it would be like this, which does not look good on my oval face shape, okay? So I always end up straightening it or getting like a weave protective style, which I do need to do, but just haven't lately. And so yeah, so I have figured out, well, I should say I have done my best to figure out a way to protect my hair from heat. So I use Garnier Fructis or Silk Elements when it comes to almost everything I'm going to show you. I switch between the two just depending on, like, if I'm grocery shopping and I know that I'm out, I'll grab Garnier Fructis. If I have time before I run out to go to Sally's beauty store, I think that's the full name, then I'll get Silk Elements. Sally's I think owns, or I'm not sure, Silk Elements I've only been able to find in Sally's, which is very annoying because sometimes I don't like going to two places, or again, if I just know that I'm out and I'm already at, you know, Target or Walmart, I'm gonna grab what's available there. So anyways, I washed my hair today with that, with Garnier Fructis conditioner and shampoo, and now I'm gonna put this it says smooth blow dry anti-frizz cream, 450 degree Fahrenheit heat protection. So I use this. Then I also use the Cantu thermal shield before I blow dry and after I blow dry. I comb out my hair with a wide tooth comb and a mixture between that and a paddle brush. And then I use the paddle brush throughout the blow drying process and almost while I'm straightening too, I feel like. And then I also use a fine tooth comb while I'm straightening. After all said and done, if I'm going out and I want to make sure my edges stay laid down, I'm use Hicks Edge Control. So let's go ahead and get started. I actually let this dry a little bit, and it's always easier to comb out my curls when it is all the way wet. So this is gonna be fun. Back in the day, before I had before I could buy my own products and try out different products, I only had what my mom had, and it wasn't like conducive to getting mine like the way I wanted it and needed it to be. So it wasn't the best stuff to use to get mine straight like it needed to be. I'm really having itchy scalp all of a sudden. So back in the day, it used to take me like almost 2 hours to straighten my hair, and when I would get done, it wouldn't even really be straight. It would be puffy, it would be just like all over the place, and it wasn't fun. Now that I've been able to find and try out a few products, I know what will work for me and like what I can get really quick and what I would have to order online if I wanted it to be perfect. But this little routine is like pretty good for just like a week-long straighten. Every time that I sweat at the gym though, it does, you know, curl back up at the root, and I'd have to either re-straighten it or go wavy for a few days and then back to curly. So I'm gonna section it off and then comb out each section and blow dry each section. I usually do the back of my head all as one section and then the front in 2 halves. And this half is way bigger than the other half I just did. As you can see, I'm able to just separate it with my fingers, so it's not too tangled right now, so I think I'll survive. I love this little hairstyle on little baby girls. Even though my things are not even at all. So I really try to get, and I'm running out, but I really try to get this all throughout the hair. Not drenched in it, but just where I can tell there's a little coat. And then I spray on the heat protectant before just to add that little moisture. And then I start at the ends of my hair with my paddle brush. Alright, so that's combed out. I'm gonna go ahead and comb out these sections before I blow dry the back, just because they're already a little wet right now and easier to comb out that way. And they're really small sections. They look like Mickey Mouse, or Minnie Mouse. Okay, now I'm going, oh, I didn't even show like the real things that I use. I either have this one, Hot Tools, just Hot Tools, or Salon Chic by Scalp Master. Okay, so we're ready to blow dry. This shirt is so tight and it's making my arms look so fat. With the blow dryer, I'll use the paddle brush and the wide tooth comb. Okay, so as you can see, I got the back blow dried. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually straighten the back just to get it out of the way. I'm using a hair styler straightener. It's not very warm yet because I forgot to turn it on. Tell if it's gonna be a good straighten by the first couple pieces. And by good straighten, I just mean like the good balance between still light and like bouncy, but heavy enough to not get all puffy if the wind is high, I guess, on the hair. Because if you make it too oily or leave a little conditioner in it, or maybe drench it too much with all the products I was talking about, then it doesn't, you know, bounce at all and it's extra stiff. I don't like that. I like it to be silky smooth, bouncy, but not all over the place and not puffy. So we will see what this time is gonna be. Usually I'm pretty successful with the stuff that the products that I just showed you guys. And all the products you can find at all drugstore places, which is the nice thing about them. A tiny bit on the drier side, but that's always better than being oversaturated and then like wanting to remove some oil, because if it's always like on the drier side, you can just add a little oil, but don't add it before you straighten because then it will just burn your hair. And again, I'm all self-taught when it comes to hair. I'm not saying I'm a licensed anything. I'm not saying I know all the rules and stuff. Just letting you know it works for me and mine, okay? Sometimes I'll use the comb to make sure I'm getting it really fine, especially since I need my ends cut really bad. So now that I've gotten everything sort of routine, it takes me about 45 minutes or 30 minutes if it's an extra good day on the balance I was talking about, to straighten my whole head. And I have a big head, guys, so I'm sure you know that by now. And I have a lot of hair, if you can't see that by now. My ends feel horrible. I feel like I just got them cut not too long ago though. Okay, so I finished the back section finally, and as you can see, it's a little puffy, and that really lightweight I was telling you about, that like makes it puffy over time too. So what I'm gonna do is add a tiny bit of oil. If I had like really any type of oil, I've used almost all of them. And I'm gonna focus on putting it at the bottom of my hair. And then I'll comb it out and run over it with the straightener again. I'm just doing a couple drops. I don't want it to be, again, too heavy. But if it's like a little too heavy, when you wrap it or sleep on it overnight, it seems to absorb it and you'll be fine for the following days. So it's never a big deal. On a rate of how good this straighten is going, I'm literally gonna say probably a C or a D. It's not going very well, of course, when I choose to film it. It's alright, maybe a C. All right, and that's it. I, again, would only rate this about a 7 out of 10 experience today. Usually it means I didn't condition long enough. I didn't let my ends get that good conditioning that they needed, since I am due for a clip. And so usually if you have your ends cut and you use these products, you'll get a perfect straighten. It's still, obviously, as you can see, not bad. I added a little oil since it was a little puffy, but other than that, it's nice, it's sleek, it's shiny, it's bouncy, and I'm satisfied. So I just wanted to share those tips and tricks. They're very cheap, very affordable. I'll list the products below as well as mention them in the video. And thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this, if it was informative, please hit the like up button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye.